Hi, welcome back to NPA Teaching. In the last video, we discussed the graphical method for solving linear programming problem that occurred in the standard form. That is, in the case of profit maximization, constraint inequalities are framed as less than or equal to available resources, and in the case of minimization of cost, the constraint inequalities are framed as greater than or equal to minimum requirements. Now we are considering the linear programming problem for which the constraints include both type of inequalities are called mixed constraint problems. Here we are going to solve the maximization of profit with mixed constraints. Here also we are considering only two decision variables so that we can solve these problems graphically. Consider the following linear programming problem. We have already discussed and understood in the last videos that the mathematical formulation of an linear programming problem. Therefore, here we have mathematically formulated a linear programming problem. See, here also we have two decision variables, that is x and y. Our objective function here is maximization of profit. We want to optimize the given objective function, that is maximize z is equal to 10x plus 15y. After setting the objective function, the next one is restrictions or limitations on decision variables, that is the constraints. Here we have three constraints: x plus y greater than or equal to 1, x plus 2y less than or equal to 6, 2x plus y less than or equal to 6. But as against our previous examples, here we have a little bit different constraints. In this example, two constraints are less than or equal to type and one constraint is greater than or equal to type. That's why we have a mixed constraint model. In this way, this example is variant from the previous examples. The next one is non-negative constraints. That means the value of x is greater than or equal to 0, and similarly the value of y is also greater than or equal to 0. Once a mathematical model is framed, then the next step is to construct a graph and plot the constraint lines. See here, the variable x is taken along the horizontal axis and variable y is taken along the vertical axis. For plotting the constraint lines on the graph, first we want to find the coordinates of the constraint. For this purpose, we have to replace the inequality signs in each constraint by an equality sign. Consider the first constraint, that is x plus y is greater than or equal to 1. By replacing inequality sign with equality sign, then this constraint will become x plus y is equal to 1. In order to find out the value of x and y from this equation, this constraint, let us assuming the value of y is equal to 0, then the value of x is equal to x plus 0 is equal to 1, that means x is equal to 1. Similarly, in order to find out the value of y, let us assuming the value of x is equal to 0, then the given constraint, that is x plus y is equal to 1, will become, substituting value of x is equal to 0, that means 0 plus y is equal to 1, therefore y is equal to 1. To mark the points on the graph, we need to select the appropriate scale. Which scale to take will entirely depending upon the maximum value of x and y, which we are going to calculate from the coordinates. Here we are using 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on x and y axis. Now we are going to plot and draw the line joining 2 points where x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 to represent the first constraint. So here the red line which showing the first constraint, every point on the line satisfy the equality on the equation, and every point above the line will satisfy the inequality sign, because here the first constraint, that is x plus y greater than or equal to 1. Now consider the second constraint, which is x plus 2y less than or equal to 6. By converting equality into the inequality, then this constraint second will become x plus 2y is equal to 6. Now we are going to calculate the value of x and y out of this equation. By assuming the value of y is equal to 0, we can find the value of x from the given equation, given constraint, that is x plus 2y is equal to 6. By substituting value of y is equal to 0, then it will become x plus 2 into 0 is equal to 6. That means x is equal to 6. By assuming the value of x is equal to 0, we can find the value of y from the given constraint, that is x plus 2y is equal to 6. By substituting x is equal to 0, then it will become 0 plus 2y is equal to 6. Therefore, y is equal to 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. Now we are going to plot and draw the another line joining 2 points where x is equal to 6 and the value of y is equal to 3 to represent the second constraint. So this blue line is the second constraint to represent x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 3. Every point on the line satisfy the equality on the equation, and every point below the line will satisfy the inequality sign because the second constraint is less than or equal to 6. Similarly, we are going to consider the third constraint, that is 2x plus y less than or equal to 6. By converting inequality sign into equality sign, the third constraint will become 2x plus y is equal to 6. By assuming the value of y is equal to 0, we can find the value of x, that is 2x plus y is equal to 6. 2x plus substituting value of y is equal to 0, which is equal to 6. Therefore, x is equal to 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. Now, similarly, we are going to find the value of y by substituting x is equal to 0. Then it is 2x plus y is equal to 6. By substituting value of x is equal to 0, then it is 2 into 0 plus y is equal to 6. Therefore, y is equal to 6. After calculating the coordinates from the third constraint, now we are going to plot and draw another line joining the 2 points where x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 6 to represent the third constraint. So this green line is the third constraint where x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 6. Every point on the line satisfy the equality on the equation, and every point below the line will satisfy the inequality sign because the third constraint also shows a less than or equal to 6. After drawing 3 lines which represents the 3 constraints, the next step is to identify feasible solution region. The feasible region is the region bounded by constraint lines. All the points inside the feasible region or on the boundary of the feasible region or at the corner of the feasible region satisfy all the constraints. See, the most important care should be given in this example while we were drawing the feasible region because our 2 constraints are less than or equal to type. Hence, feasible region will be below or to the left of this constraint line. Therefore, we will shade the below or left area of blue and green lines which represent 2 constraints which are less than or equal to type. One constraint is greater than or equal to type, hence the feasible region will be above or to the right of this constraint line. Here the shaded area will be the right of red line. Hence the feasible region here is the area bounded by A, B, C, D and E. After finding the feasible region, the next step is to find optimal solution of the given problem, which is the final stage. And see, any point in the feasible region that give maximum or minimum value of the objective function is generally called an optimal solution. See here in the feasible region, we can see that there are infinitely many points to satisfy given constraints simultaneously. But how we will get the maximum value of the objective function, because our objective function is maximization of profit? The optimal solution always lies at one of the vertices or corner point of the feasible region. See here we have 5 vertices or corner points. A, B, C, D and E. The first corner point is A, where the value of x is equal to 0 and the value of y is equal to 1. And the second corner point is B, where x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 3. And the third corner point is C, which is the intersection point of two lines on the graph. So in order to find out the value of x and y at the point C, we have to solve both equations simultaneously. We will do it later. And the fourth corner point is D, where the value of x is equal to 3 and the value of y is equal to 0. And finally, we have the last corner point, which is E, where the value of x is equal to 1 and the value of y is equal to 0. See here at point C, we have an intersection point on the graph where two constraint lines are intersecting. One is green and second one is blue color. So green color line showing the 2x plus y is equal to 6 and the blue color showing the constraint x plus 2y is equal to 6. So we have a two equation, that is 2x plus y is equal to 6, x plus 2y is equal to 6. We have to solve this simultaneous equation because we have two unknowns here. Unknown values are x and y. In order to find out the value of x and y at point B, see, we have two equations at this particular point. That is 2x plus y is equal to 6, that is first equation. X plus 2y is equal to 6, that is second equation. In order to solve this simultaneous equation, we have to multiply the equation second with 2. Therefore, the second equation will become 2x plus 4y is equal to 12, which is the third equation. And considering the first equation and third equation, if you solve these two equations, that is 2x minus 2x is equal to 0, 4y minus y is equal to 3y, which is equal to 12 minus 6, which is 6. So therefore 3y is equal to 6, y is equal to 6 by 3, which is equal to 2. Now substituting value of y is equal to 2 into the equation 1, the equation 1 is equal to 2x plus y is equal to 6. 2x plus 2 is equal to 6. Therefore, 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. After solving the simultaneous equation at point C, corner point C, we will get the value of x is equal to 2 and the value of y is equal to 2. In order to find out the optimum point, that is maximization of profit from given 5 corner points, substitutes the value of x and y in each corner points on the objective function. See, our objective function is maximization of profit, that is z is equal to 10x plus 15y. Substituting value of x and y on the each corner points, we will get, for example, the corner point A. At corner point A, the value of x is equal to 0 and the value of y is equal to 1. Substituting these values on the objective function, then z is equal to 10 into 0 plus 15 into 1, which is equal to 15. At corner point B, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. Therefore, the objective function will become z is equal to 10 into 0 plus 15 into 3 is equal to 45. At point C, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2. Therefore, the objective function z is equal to 10 into 2 plus 15 into 2, which is equal to 50. And the corner point D, where x is equal to 3, y is equal to 0. Therefore, the objective function is equal to 10 into 3 plus 15 into 0, which is equal to 30. And finally, we have the corner point E, where the value of x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. Therefore, objective function z is equal to 10 into 1 plus 15 into 0, which is equal to 10. See, in our example, our objective function is maximization of profit. Therefore, out of these values, take the highest value, that is 50. This is considered as an optimal solution or maximum profit. In order to have a maximum profit with a given constraint, the number of unit of x should be 2 and the number of unit of y should be 2. The maximum profit, that is z, is equal to rupees 50. See, we discussed the graphical method for solving profit maximization problem with mixed constraints. In the next video, we will solve the minimization of cost problem with mixed constraints. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Thank you.